The overall energy is that of a divine feminine embracing her knowing, embracing her becoming as she followed her intuitive path, come what may. Trusting in what she felt, not knowing what lies before her as she embraced her divine knowing, her divine insight. And as she moves down this path of divine intuition, there's a divine masculine energy that has been preparing to have a very heavy emotional conversation with her.
ldmusic.com.
He has been preparing for a fight, so to speak, and not necessarily with her, but preparing to communicate fiercely, to speak some bold truths, ready to walk down a new path, explore a new path. This feminine in the past found herself in some foggy situations that kind of had her slightly vulnerable. And in these situations, she was going through her own divine transformation,
ldmusic.com.
beginning to put up and establish some healthy boundaries on behalf of herself in the midst of these foggy situations that she was dealing with, And as she began to put up these healthy boundaries, it would lead to an ending of false stability. It would lead to an ending of situations and structures that were not aligned with who she was at an authentic level, that would not align with her purpose here. And so in putting healthy boundaries in place that will cause the abrupt and necessary endings needed, she released herself from heavy and conflicting energies that she was dealing with within her. I like to think of it as pressure cooker situations.
ldmusic.com.
In these situations, she kind of just plunged head first into these situations, come what may. As she moved through the transformation she was moving through, releasing herself from waiting and wanting someone to love her, to give her the grounding she needed here on this earth. She put boundaries in her place to stop people from coming and going in her life that provided no true stability, that provided no true balance. Firm boundaries, healthy boundaries in place, making it clear that I am open
ldmusic.com.
to healthy conversations and healthy offerings, but nothing more and nothing less than what is aligned with me and for me. Situations where there was no balance, she chose to stand alone instead of align with imbalanced energy. Speak her truth anyway, Lots of people are watching her stand on her own, declare her truth, speak her piece out here. And she has that aligned seal of approval from the divine. And her choosing to stand alone amidst imbalanced situations, not choosing to align with unstable partnerships and things like that, not allowing people to come and go in her life at their own pace and at their own will. There is some swift moving communication coming towards her because she spoke her truth and she loved on herself. Despite anything going on, she put healthy boundaries in place. She spoke her own truth and chose to stand alone and released herself from waiting and wanting on anybody to stand with her, and released herself from waiting and wanting on anybody to come and love her. And this aligned her for a divine partnership, having realized the necessary divine and feminine balance needed within herself. So as this divine feminine took her power back, this masculine has been preparing to have some very bold conversations, very strong conversations, preparing to address this imbalance here with this feminine. He's been waiting to drop the lows of anything that he's been aligned with, ready to have the conversation necessary to express what the fuck has really been going on. He's missed the path that he kind of initiated with this feminine. He's been longing to return to this path that was initiated with this feminine. But for whatever reason, he was burdened with the task of aligning with other paths and other people as he built some strong grounding for himself, And now preparing to have this bold conversation, preparing to address this divine union, this divine partnership. There's an energy of celebration, of love in the air as he takes the lead, as he moves forward in a very bold way to speak some very bold truths, because in his past, there are very many offerings being made to him. But he always knew. He always kept with him a source of grounding and stability, a life that he knew he had to move towards. But he aligned with other energies as he had to kind of stand back and wait for you to do you. See, he watched you from his own vantage point, and whatever vantage point that was, he had to stand back and watch you step into your becoming. He had to stand back and watch you move in the energy, the divine energy of your intuitive knowing. And so now, as he prepares to come forward and address things that have been going on, as he prepares to come forward and let you know, I know what it looked like, but this is what it was. As he prepares to celebrate this divine union, this divine love, take the lead now. There's someone that he has to walk away from. A partnership that was mentally unstable. And this is a conversation that is really going to be transforming, because as he walks away from this, he walks away in a humble way, but really prepared to come towards you and fight for this with you. Really, it's like he's having the conversations that he needs to have to release the conflicting energies that he's been involved in. So every conversation he's having is based on the transformation that has taken place. These are transformative communications that is about to shift energy on a grand scale. Admitting that now this didn't work out. Whoever he has to talk to, whoever this karmic feminine is, he's humbly admitting that no, this doesn't work. No, this will never work. There are no possibilities that lie ahead here. And as he has this conversation, he's preparing himself for the next motion, for the forward movement that leads him to you. He's preparing himself to return to you, to release the binds, so to speak, from you, the binds that allowed you to feel like you were stuck, the false sense of mental conflict that may have been surrounding the connection here. Remove the veil, so to speak, from your eyes to express to you the things that you haven't known. So as he approaches you and prepares to speak with you, he's also having conversations with others that are ending the connections that he's had with other people as he sat and wait in preparation for you to go through whatever it is that you've been going through, your own becoming, your own self-realizations to be aligned. He's been waiting for this alignment. And now as this alignment shows itself,
ldmusic.com.
he's moving forward, having the emotionally transforming conversations needed to prepare to approach you, because you are his 9 of cups. You are his 9 of cups. You guys will realize that 10 of cups together. He has always known that you were the one. He has always known that you were his balance, that you were his alignment. He's allowing himself to be vulnerable with you now because you've allowed yourself to be vulnerable. And in the past, yes, he has built up some strong grounding and stability for himself,
ldmusic.com.
always waiting for this divine new beginning to come in. You know, having the conversations also with a community that he was a part of, making the choice to release himself from that. So not only has he released himself from a karmic feminine energy, and an energy where that was just there for him to learn different lessons and go through different life experiences necessary for the balance and alignment to be realized with you, there's a community too that he is walking away from, that he has to have a very transforming and emotional conversation with, loving himself enough to know that the decisions that he is making are the decisions necessary to move forward on this new path, you know? Also trusting in his own intuitive lead, come with me. But speaking his truth in a very bold way and moving into the energy of his own knowing and his own awareness.
ldmusic.com.